Hello everyone, welcome back. So in the last video, we learned about Python classes and about how we can access the methods and attribute of any particular class. In this video, we will learn about class inheritance. Okay, so inheritance provides us with a capability like how we can uh, inherit the properties and attributes of one class to another class. So, what is the usefulness of inheritance? So, using inheritance, we can mainly avoid two things. One is avoiding writing the same code again and again, and this another one is, for example, we have one class and we want to add more features or attributes to that particular class. Without modifying it, we simply extend it to the new class. Okay, so let's dive in and see with examples like how we can inherit a class and how we can access the attributes and methods of base class to the derived or subclass. Okay, so let's go ahead and see with example. So let us see, we have a class like person, and let us say, and note here like each and every class, whether we specify or not, it will extend the object class, which is actually the base class for each and every class that we create. Okay, okay, so let us define a person class and let us now define init method. So this will be our constructor, and let us say we want to pass name, age, and that's enough, I guess. And let us define self dot name is equal to name, and self dot age is equal to age. Okay, and now let us define another method simply like get name, and simply return name self dot name. Either you can define get age and simply return self dot age. Okay, now let us define another class employee. Okay, and so employee, you can define again name and age, but it's better, or it's more concise if we extend the class person. Okay, so how we can extend it? Simply placing in this parenthesis. Okay, so now it is simply like employee class is extending person class. Okay, and person class is known as parent class, and employee class is known as a subclass, derived class, and so on. Okay, and another thing you need to do is to define init in this class, but remember that you need to initialize the parent class as well. That's and how we do that? Let us say employee ID. Okay, and how we initialize the parent class is simply calling super method. Okay, so this will simply, we need to pass name and age. That will initialize our parent class, and we can simply say self dot employee ID is equal to employee ID. Okay, and we can simply say like define get employee ID. Okay, and simply return self dot employee ID. Okay, so now you see here, so we have a base class person, and then we extended here employee class with person as a base class. Okay, and we defined here a get employee ID, another method. So here what we did is we call super method on employee and then initialized our parent class. Okay, Now let's just create an instance of our both classes, base class as well as extended class. So let us say we have a person is equal to person, and let us name it like simply Raj Nath Patel, and let us say a is equal to 35, and let us create our employee class. So let us say employee is equal to employee, and let us name it like Raj Kumar, and age is 36, and employee ID is, let's say, 123. Okay, now simply we can access the attributes as well as methods. So for person object, we have only available attributes are name, age, get name, and get age. Okay. Whereas for employee, we have all the attributes and properties of person as well as employee. Okay. So it will have access to employee ID as well as get employee ID. Also, it will have access to name, age, get name, and get age. Okay. So let us see. So let us say print person dot name, and let us say person dot age. Okay. So let us run and see it. You see Rajnath Patel 35. And in employee, we can simply call get age as well as let us print it actually. Okay. And we can also call employee dot get name. Also, we can call the methods that we defined here, employee dot get employee ID. So you see here all the methods and attributes are available in the extended class or derived class. Okay, that's the benefit of using inheritance in that sense. So you have a base class and you want to use the properties without modifying it. So you simply extend it in a new class. Okay, so if we run it, we will see like it will print this value, and this value. Okay, so you see, so it is Rajkumar, and 123 and 36 is the age. Okay, so this kind of inheritance is called simple inheritance. Okay, so in this video we will stop here, and in the next video we will talk about multiple inheritance as well as multi-level inheritance. Okay, then thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care, see you in the next